أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. Alhamdulillah, as-salatu wa-salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. As the bombs fall in Syria today, and as our anger turns towards those who voted to carry out the airstrikes, it should be a time for us to think, ponder and reflect. We should remember the day that the world went to war against Saddam Hussein. It was the 17th of January 1991. We should also remember the day the Amaria air raid shelter was hit in Baghdad, killing 400 plus civilians. We should also remember the night the bombs fell in Afghanistan. It was the 7th of October 2001. The Muslims on that very night went to Isha Salah to seek solace. The Imam recited the following ayah from Surah Baqarah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and seek help through patience and prayer. We should never ever forget the shock and awe unleashed on the people of Baghdad in 2003 and the destruction that it has brought to this very day. And now, when the MPs voted to bomb Syria, we should never forget the laughter and the mocking that these MPs did when they decided to bomb the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam once again. We should never forget, and we should never ever allow them to forget. We should also never forget the silence of the rulers of the Muslim lands who watched and aided the killing of millions of Muslims. Ever since I can remember, since I was a child, the West in some form has been at a war in the Muslim world. So my brothers and my sisters, don't shout and scream at the MPs who are simply acting in the national interest. Scream at those within the Ummah who are doing nothing to protect their very own Ummah. Don't put your hopes in the West to create a change that we want to see in the Muslim world. Put your hopes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's Sharia, and expose the inaction of the rulers of the Muslim world who violate the deen by doing nothing. Currently, thousands of men and women languish in prisons in the Muslim world because they try to expose what the regimes are doing by exposing their inaction in helping the Muslim Ummah. And what happens? They be thrown in prison. We can no longer sit there and wait for the UN, NATO or whoever in the Ummah, even though traitors within the Ummah, to do something. The Ummah must understand this destiny lies in Islam and the Islamic political change in the Muslim world. We must become that change and be part of a movement that molds 1.7 billion Muslims into an Ummah that shares the same vision for society and for governance, uniting our strength and our resources, utilizing for the deen of Islam. This means working for the Khilafah Rashida, not that fake ISIS declaration of Khilafah. Do not let ISIS's version of the so-called caliphate muddle your view of political Islam via the Khilafah. Don't let those who are bombing Syria and Iraq tell you that the idea of Khilafah is in fact an extremist idea. We must help aid this work, even if it means for the very first time trying to understand more what it means to work for Khilafah. We must never forget the hadith of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, where he said that there will be a Khilafah Rashida according to the ways of the prophethood. Ultimately, our hope is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His promise. And behold, with every hardship comes ease. Verily, with every hardship there comes ease. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.